Just imagine waking up in the morning and seeing this headline across Tamil Nadu. Joseph Vijay takes oath as Chief Minister. For millions of fans, it would feel emotional, historic, and even cinematic. A superstar who spent decades ruling the box office finally reaches the highest political office in Tamil Nadu. But the real story would actually begin after the oath ceremony. Because becoming Chief Minister in Tamil Nadu is one challenge, and surviving as Chief Minister against the deeply experienced Dravidian political ecosystem is entirely different war. The moment Vijay sits in the Chief Minister chair, he would not simply inherit power, he would inherit pressure from every direction. Administrative pressure, media pressure, opposition pressure, governance pressure, narrative pressure, and expectation pressure from millions who believe he represents change. And standing in front of him would still be the two gigantic political systems that shaped Tamil Nadu for generations, the Dravida Munnetra Kalagam and All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kalagam. Parties with decades of governance experience, parties with deeply rooted cadre structures, parties with leaders who understand Tamil Nadu politics district by district, booth by booth, and even emotion by emotion. So the real suspense is no longer can Vijay become CM. The real suspense becomes can Vijay actually survive and dominate Tamil Nadu politics after becoming CM, or will the system slowly consume him? Tamil Nadu is not an ordinary political state. It is one of the most politically aware, emotionally driven, and structurally organized political systems in India. Governments here are not built only through speeches and popularity. They are sustained through organization, administrative experience, welfare delivery, narrative control, and long-term political discipline. That is why the rise of Dravida Munnetra Kalagam and All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kalagam deserves serious respect regardless of political opinion. These parties survived for decades because they evolved beyond ordinary electoral organizations. Over time, they became deeply embedded political systems with emotional voter loyalty, strong district leadership, experienced strategies, and very powerful grassroots machinery. Many people outside Tamil Nadu do not fully understand how difficult it is to challenge such systems. These parties have already survived leadership transitions, anti-incumbency waves, corruption allegations, alliance changes, internal conflicts, and national political shifts, yet they continue remaining center to Tamil Nadu politics. That durability is definitely not at all accidental. It comes from decades of political experience and organizational depth. And now, imagine Vijay entering that environment not as an opposition figure anymore, but as Chief Minister himself. Suddenly, everything changes. During election campaigns, leaders' charisma can dominate headlines, but governance is brutally different from campaigning. The moment someone becomes chief minister, emotional speeches stop being enough. Every promise becomes measurable. Every delay becomes criticism. Every administrative failure becomes a weapon for opponents. And in a state like Tamil Nadu, where governance expectations are extremely high, the pressure becomes even more intense. This is where the true strength of Dravidian politics becomes visible. For decades, both the Dravida Munnetra Kalagam and All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kalagam built experienced political ecosystem that understood how governance actually works. They built networks of local leaders, district organizers, welfare managers, administrative coordinators, and political negotiators across the state. This does not mean the government institutions belong to a political party. But decades of continuous governance naturally create familiarity, influence, relationships, and operational understanding that newer political parties initially lack. Experienced parties know how to navigate bureaucracy, manage crises, handle internal dissent, negotiate with the central government, and maintain political stability during difficult periods. This is exactly why many cinema stars struggle to fully convert fame into long-term political control. Even Rajinikanth, despite of having enormous influence and fan following, ultimately did not enter full electoral politics, and that itself quietly shows how intimidating Tamil Nadu's political structure really is. But Vijay's situation is different in one major way. Unlike earlier generations, he enters politics in the age of digital influence. Today, political narratives are no longer controlled by only through television channels and newspapers. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and X have changed the speed of political communication completely. Vijay already possesses something many traditional politicians struggle to achieve naturally: a massive emotional connectivity with younger audiences. His visibility is enormous. His fan culture is disciplined compared to many celebrity followings. His speeches immediately trend online. His image already carries a built-in emotional narrative of simplicity, humility, and anti-establishment energy among many supporters. And that emotional capital is politically valuable. But becoming a long-term ruler of Tamil Nadu requires much more than emotional capital. It requires endurance, because after becoming chief minister, Vijay would immediately face the most dangerous phase of political life: expectation overload. Supporters would expect a rapid change. Neutral voters would begin testing his seriousness. Opposition parties would aggressively monitor failures. Media ecosystem would analyze every small administrative move. Bureaucratic challenges would slow down promises. Economic limitations would collide with the welfare expectations. And perhaps for the first time in his public life, Vijay would realize that politics is not 2.5 film where problems disappear after climax. Politics is continuous pressure without interval. This is why the first few years after becoming chief minister would decide everything about Vijay's legacy. If he fails to adapt administratively, critics will immediately push one narrative: that he was only cinematic phenomenon who underestimated the complexity of governance. But if he survives, if he stabilizes administration, if he handles media pressure, if he builds strong political organization, if he delivers visible governance results while resisting attacks from experienced Dravidian rivals, then something extraordinary could happen. Tamil Nadu may stop viewing him as merely another actor turned politician. It may start viewing him as next long-term political center of gravity. Because defeating powerful opponents once can be luck, but surviving sustained attacks from both Dravidian camps while governing successfully would require genuine political evolution. And if Vijay proves capable of the transformation, then Tamil Nadu politics could enter entirely new era. An era where a man who entered politics through cinema eventually learns to master governance itself. And that is why the real story is no longer about Vijay taking oath as chief minister. The real story is whether he can survive the weight of Tamil Nadu's political system long enough to reshape it permanently. Because if he successfully governs despite all this pressure, then people may eventually say something remarkable: defeating the Dravidian giants was not Vijay's biggest achievement. Surviving after defeating them was.